I got my Mother's Day gift from my children's, okay? And so what I had wanted from them was for them to help me do my yard and set out my plants and stuff like that, and get my greenhouse in the back for the winter. You know, agricultural is important to me. I think that our basic survival skills are gone, but they are not lost. I live in a modest home. You know, it means a lot to me. My home means a lot to me. It don't have to mean zippity doo dah to no one else, and it doesn't. It is my home, and it's the value, you know, that it has to me, and how hard it was for me at the age of 50 or 4 or whatever age I was when I got it moved here, and it's been on the budget, the have it installed, because I have not made a lot of money over the years, and I got like the opportunity to make monthly payments on my land, okay? And it's a modest amount on my budget and based on my income, you know? And then my next step was to get me a home, something that I could afford on my income and what I have made over the years. And it's like, and I still live in fear. I'm like, I'm not going to get a chance to at least live in it for many years because there's so much sickness around. There's so much sickness around, and there's so many bad things that are happening. And it's like, is it just perhaps, I think that then it might be once a day somewhere. Once a day, maybe twice a day. Maybe it's not happening as much as we're being told that people are actually being killed in those mass numbers each day. And if that's happening, then it's a lot of things that are out of control. And I would say that it's hysteria in the streets. Or if like, I mean, I don't know, what is it, craziness? And I don't want to be crazy. I don't want to kill. I don't. I think that that's the complete part of insane and crazy, is the desire and the ability to kill. And I don't want to be crazy. And that worries me a whole lot. And I think that I'm taught how to do so by television shows, by newspaper articles, teaching me to read so I can read about it and read about how some people were killing. Perhaps it was something that was written, a paper telling how people were killing, how it had all happened, and the testimonies and the witnesses and the things like that, and all of those people were put to sleep to keep secrets hidden and papers hidden, and they were insane. Then they let people out of jail to come help establish America. Do you know why some people were locked away sometime back in the day? I mean, we really don't know why cages had to be used. We don't know what kind of scientific things have went wrong. We don't really know about it. There is not complete transparency in science. It's not. And we don't know what's being studied in labs. I think that it should be complete transparency when it comes to the people of this whole entire world, this whole planet. I feel like we as people are responsible for the health and the upkeep and the welfare of this earth. It's our job to do that. We're supposed to be able to live in peace and harmony with one another, because we are all the same species. We are not supposed to turn on one another and kill one another. Perhaps there was something that drove us to insanity that made us do so. We may never know. And it could be, I'm that conspiracy theorist nut. Ain't some of this stuff you done heard done been a thought in somebody else's head? They were thinking it maybe before they told it to you. You see what I'm saying? Why we think the way we do, you know? We lay down with televisions on and turned up loud in our head, whispering in our ears all night long. What if somebody lay and whisper the same thing in your ear every night? What if they were to do that? You know? We don't know how they train. You know, we do. We know how you train a dog. You keep on telling him the same thing over and over and over, and pretty soon he's going to begin to understand you. We were animals. We were all the same species. We all animals. Far as I'm concerned, a human still, mammal. We still, just because we communicate differently and survive differently, don't mean that we know better or better than the animals. We on a different intellect than they are. We kill one another worse than they do. And we want to say that we better than the animal. Our mind been trained to think so. To think that it's cool to kill. It's okay. It's fun. It's fun to see pain. We make videos about people being hurt and laugh at it. Ha 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 ha. Infecting the minds everywhere. Infecting the minds. I say it can stop. I say it can stop. I believe it in my spirit. I believe it in my heart. I believe there is going to be healing. It is Mother's Day. She's our Mother Superior. That's just how I feel. And since we all came from a woman, got a name from a woman, and I came from a woman. Hey. Keep your head up. Things are gonna get easier. Keep your head up. Ooh, child. Things are gonna get brighter. Oh, keep your head up. And I believe we are going to survive. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath with me. Wherever you are, I don't care if it's one person, share it. Share it with me. Just share it. Because I'm sharing it with you. And I ask you to share it with someone else, my video, for me. I want healing to start. I do. And we're using devices to do a whole lot of things with. And I want to be more positive. I want to be more positive. I've had a lot of negative experiences in life. Yep. And maybe I'm going to see a lot of negative things. And some people keep on wanting it to get worse. Please don't speak it. It's just going to get worse from here. I rebuke it. I rebuke it away. It's going to get better. It's getting better now. It's getting better now. It's done got better. It is. Hallelujah. And listen, we got to pull together. Women, we are all mothers. And to think that we would hurt somebody else's child. And you know what yours mean to you. That should be unheard of. Ain't nothing no greater than a mother and the love, a sisterhood that you can build and a bond that you can watch over somebody else's child. She's not there. And you abuse that opportunity. Something is wrong with you. No, You leave children in their place and out of it. They ain't got nothing to do with it. I was listening to this radio show, and this woman had said that I was reading it somewhere, and it might have been a lie. It could have been a lie. It could have been somebody up there just making up stupid science. I don't know. She said that she didn't like the baby mama, and I guess she didn't want the baby coming around him either. So she kissed the baby, and she had a fever blister, and she know it. And she said the baby got sick from it. I don't know if the baby can get sick from it, but I know how bad I caught one time. I shared a Coke with a girl, and I caught one from her. Immediately, I had it in the same place that very next day. I remember one time I was married, and there's this lady that used to come around us a whole lot, and I had kissed my husband, and immediately there was a tingle in my top lip. And the next day, the lady that come around a whole lot came by, and she had a fever blister in the same exact, just her top lip. And I said, is that a sign, or is it in your head, bitch? Oh, man. That shit was like, oh, wow, is it like that? And I heard that they are highly contagious. Yes. So, and I don't want to be, and I'm still not mad with her. I'm not. I want to be the type of person that don't care who he sleep with as long as he's honest with me. Because I know how to feed you from a distance. Because I don't know who you are, I don't know what your angle is. So it don't have to be no grief and no beef between you and I. We just swear to leave one another alone and be cordial with one another. And even though we both having sex with him, it don't mean that we cannot be fair with one another, that we cannot get along. We do not have to fight and bicker. And if we both have by cheering by him, we should be able to co-parent those children to make sure that they have the best. Them motherfuckers got two mamas. That's the woman that I want to be. I just do. It builds up the things that are important for me. And that's family. It does. And the foundation should be the strongest. It should be solid. Some people you meet one time and they with you for life. And that's your sister. Bitch will have you, and you know it. Ain't never gave you no reason to pull away from them. And they want to go right along with you. They would, come on, let's go ride. Yep. Come on, let's go ride. And we go. Be ready for, like, even though we don't talk all the time and don't talk forever, when we talk, we pick right back up where we left off. Bitch, why you ain't? And ain't just glad, just so happy to see one another. It's a whole lot of people that if I had the opportunity to move them closer by me, I would do so. My dream is to build my own village. It's my village. I want to build my own village. It's people who I love and adore that I would love to live close and surround me. That's just how I feel. That's just me. But that's just a mother thinking that don't want to let her children go. Don't want to see them go a long way. Like to keep them close to her. Don't want them to branch out. I'm that mama. I am. I like having mine closer to me. I just do. It's a lot of people who have not given me the feeling that they are bigots in the area where I live. And that means a lot to me. It does. Because together, they don't have to, you won't even have to know one another. If you always cordial with one another, keep it moving that way. If you got a problem with them, you don't have to tell everybody else. You can tell them straight to their face. And if you don't want to tell them to their face, then I have learned to hold it in. Don't. If you ain't going to tell them to their face, hold it in. Don't. Examine it. Write it on a piece of paper. Why you don't and what it is. Read it. Why I don't like that person. 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 We don't damn know. Sometimes jealousy. It's just jealousy. It's just jealousy. Sometimes it's just this much thing. Jealousy. Color. Weight. Education. Oh, listen to them. They sound ghetto. Baby, that is not what ghetto sounds like. That is country. 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 That's just about like ghetto. It's slang talk. Country folks who moved to the city. They did not just go into the city. It was hard for some to branch off. But sometimes they branching off to go find food to survive. And we talking about the establishment of this country when people who had lived peacefully among themselves was suddenly had to survive. Everything was taken away and moving into certain areas. Destruction came up and down. And people were suddenly destroyed in areas, in regions. And who knows how long the wars lasted, but wars ravaged the land. So much knowledge and so much is lost during wartime. And some things can be replaced. Some of the things that can be replaced, we don't need. When you lose something that's so rare and so important, that's the life of another. It is rare. It is rare. You ain't going to find not one other. You're not going to find not one other. Everybody is rare. And you don't get that, do you? You think that you got the right to take it away. No. I know what it feel like. It's the worst feeling. And I'm quite sure there's some people out there who be like, oh, I can make you feel worse than that. Power to get help. Power to get help. This is helping me right now to talk about how I really feel about my life and how I have to travel and how I have to move and how afraid I am everywhere I go. I'm like, am I going to make it back home safely? Why do I have to travel so far from home to find food? I'm hoping and praying that I can make my garden work. And I want to share it with people who are stranded in their home, like myself. And in my mind, I cannot get out there. And then I feel so burned out from when I was out there. I had to work so hard and drive back and forth so many different ways. And I still did not make a lot of money. And I think that I should be paid more to do that kind of work. It doesn't matter if I don't have a PhD. I work hard. I work just as hard, and my job is just as stressful. And just because I don't have an education don't mean I don't know how to do my job. Means I don't have that paper. A paper without a person, it ain't no motherfucking good. Enough people can't even get into those fields. People who want to work in the medical field or any field at all. Why can't it be free? Why can't it be free? Why can you the one want us to get that piece of paper? Why that piece of paper now? And I'm the one putting all that work, and you simplify it to one little old piece of paper. And all that hard work I got to put into it. My mind. And just because I can't pass it on paper and can't get it right, don't mean I can't do it with my hands. I'm a retard. I am. I have a very hard time with tests and things like that. I don't know. I have a hard time focusing. I can't study it long. I get anxious and agitated very easy sometimes. That's now. Back in the day, I was always thinking, I'd much rather be doing something else than this. Learning. Sitting down for too long. I wanted to do stuff, even to get up and have an activity. Just to sit there all day long. And cheering, that little cheering, we gotta be inside. I want to get my yard fenced in. Like I said, I want to work on some projects around my house and things like that. It helped clear my mind too. It will help clear the mind. If you want your mind to be clear, get outside your house and work a little. Yeah, know what I mean? Now is the time. They keep on telling us that we are about to have some sort of decline in product and merchandise. And we don't know how hard or how long it's going to hit. Because we don't know the severity of what this next pandemic is, or how long they may vary, and how long they may go on, and how long they may reproduce within their own self. You know, they got a junior out there. Omicron gave birth, created a motherfucking offspring. I mean, it came mutated from that virus into virus. The virus got a virus growing inside it. Where did it come from? How did it get? How is it? Does that mean it's weaning off? Or is it, I don't know. It's just so many questions people won't answer to me though. And then they gonna tell me, you shouldn't ask. Should I be worried? How long is this thing going to linger on is my thing. How long? My system is already weakened from it now. My allergies fight me hard. My allergies are fighting me even worse. They're year round. Inflammation in my skin. This is the time of the year for it. But it's horrible. It pricks me. I've been using Dial soap to try and help it. And then I put some alcohol on now. It just itches me. And then I put some Vaseline on there. Look, I don't know what to use on. You know what? I'm gonna try some Pond's cold cream and see is that gonna help cool it off. Some aloe vera. I need to get me an aloe vera plant. You know what? I cannot grow an aloe vera plant for not shit. I don't know if I should keep it outside. Should I keep it in the house? I don't know how to water it. You know what? I've had one and I Googled it. I don't know. I think what happened was, I think I left it outside and it froze. The plant froze. I don't quite remember what happened to it, you know. I just know that it was like it was turning kind of brownish or reddish or whatever like that was. And then I think that it froze, yeah. But I had a hard time. It wouldn't grow good. It was just very small. I don't know what, I think it froze. I think I had to put it outside. Because like I said, I don't have a lot of space. And I'm trying to get my house organized. Because it's a straight shot up and down. It's a single wide. And it's a straight shot up and down. And I want to be able to maneuver with taking it and putting stuff alongside the hallway walls. And maneuvering straight up and down some kind of way. Like, I've been working on some stuff like since I moved here, like along the wall this way. Let's say I got a rack right here along that wall. I can't cover up that wall right there because of this. But then what I want to do is I want to get that taken out. That's a bar right there. And it's just out in the floor area. And because I don't have a lot of room, I want to take that out. And then what I want to do is I want to turn it against that wall right there. I'm going to take it and turn it outward, facing this way. And I'm going to still leave my overhead. My overhead has a light on it. And I hang my coffee mugs up there. And I want to turn this into my little breakfast station. But I want to keep, when I cook, see, because I don't have a lot of room to cook at. And my coffee pot is over here. There's my coffee pot there. I don't drink coffee, but I'll fix coffee for others who like coffee. But I boil my tea in the bags on the stove. And then I want to just turn it onto that wall. And like I said, make it into the breakfast area and do a little bit at the time. Because I still don't make that much money working out here where I'm at now, because I don't like going as much as I used to. Like I said, it's gotten harder for me to leave out of my home since the COVID come along. It's gotten harder for me. I don't know. It won't end. You see how many years it's been, and it continues to plague us, and we still want to go out in it. We want to go out in, and I don't know if it building up my immunity or tearing it down. I don't know the effect it gonna have if I keep on being exposed to it. How long? Or we keeping it in the system. How long before it breaks down my immune system? How long? And begin to take my health away from me. Because I'm my allergies, I'm year round. This ear feel better. It does. I've been using home remedies to help get this ear to clear up. And it been clearing up, you know. I got me a little alcohol, poured me some alcohol over in there in a little top. Put me a little bit in there. Packed me a cotton ball down in there. And it done helped it a whole lot. I felt that cold start breaking loose down in there. Because I had been drinking plenty of fluids and stuff. And then I hear that mint tea is good for stuff, for the allergies. I don't know. So, and I got me a patch of some fresh mint. Mint survives the winter. I'm finna plant me some mint around where I worked on a little pond. And see, I am not familiar with this pond thing. But when I got my little spot over here, my next door neighbor said that I could have the pond. He said that he had threw it away. He didn't want it. And it had a lot of holes in it. And I got some stuff, some Flex Seal, I believe it is. It's a fat tube of it. And I took that Flex Seal. Well, hold on. I can't be. But anyway, I can't be giving out other people information. I don't know. They say you can't play songs or you can't show other people products. Don't your video might get deleted. And I don't want to show nobody else product without their permission or their consent. And I don't think I'm supposed to even mention them. I don't know. But anyhow, I got me a nice, cool stuff. Some sort of, it's like some, have you ever seen like a the tube that you patch a tie with. Remember, just picture some of that real thick and real sticky, and it'll just stick. Very good. Work real well. And patched all the holes. I patched up a few, and my son patched up a few. And yesterday was Mother's Day, and my children had asked me what all of them didn't ask. One of them asked, and another one had suggested something, and so I told them what I had wanted for Mother's Day from them was for them to help me to do my yard. So they helped me do my yard yesterday. And I have a pond out here, and I don't know how to, if I'm installing it right. I looked at videos, and I don't know if it's supposed to, if I got it too high up on top of the ground and things like that. And listen, I probably should have done stopped by now. It's 30 minutes. So what I'm going to do is, once I get dressed and get my face washed, I want to pick back up this conversation later on in the day about this here pool with myself, okay? All right, bye.